At some point in the relationship, you've stopped being yourself slowly. So slowly, you didn't even notice it was happening. You'll want to find the moment it started. There isn't one. Your plans rearranged around theirs. The things that used to matter to you started feeling less urgent, less less important, less worth the friction. And one day you looked up and thought, I don't know what I actually want anymore. That's not love. That's disappearing, and most people don't realize it's happening until they're already gone. I want to tell you what this actually looks like. Not the dramatic version, the quiet one. It looks like canceling on yourself. The thing you wanted to do, the class, the trip, the quiet evening alone, replaced by what works better for them. It looks like you're editing yourself before you speak, running your thoughts through a filter. Is this too much? Will this start something? Is it worth it? It looks like your friends noticing before you do. The slight shift in how you talk about yourself. The way you've started shrinking in rooms you used to fill. And it looks like defending it, saying you're just being mature, compromising, growing. But there's a difference between growing with someone and disappearing into them. And deep down, you know which one this is. Here's what I want you to understand. You didn't lose yourself because you're weak. You lost yourself because at some level you believe that being fully yourself might cost you the relationship. So you made yourself easier, more agreeable, less complicated, smaller, and the relationship survived. But you, the real version of you, started to quietly disappear. That's not a character flaw. That's what happens when love feels conditional. When some part of you learned early on that you have to earn your place in people's lives. The disappearing wasn't weakness. It was self-protection, but it's costing you something you can't afford to keep losing. Because here's what happens when you disappear long enough. You stop knowing what you like, not in a dramatic way, in the small, daily way. Someone asks what you want for dinner, and you genuinely don't know. Not because you're indecisive, because you've been deferring for so long. The preference has gone quiet. You stop trusting your own judgment because you've been second guessing yourself for so long. You've started to wonder if your instincts are even reliable, and you stop feeling like yourself, even alone, even in your own space. That familiar sense of this is who I am gets hazier and harder to find. And when the relationship ends, if it ends, you realize you don't just have to grieve them, you have to find yourself again too. I want to say something directly. A relationship that requires you to disappear is not a relationship that loves you. It loves the version of you that's convenient, the version that doesn't take up too much space, the version that's always available, always accommodating, always willing to be less. And you deserve more than that. You deserve someone who makes you more yourself, not less. Who you feel bigger around, freer, like the parts of you that have been quiet finally have room to breathe. That exists. I need you to know that exists. And I want to be straight with you. I don't know where the line is, because between compromising because you love someone and compromising because you're frightened of what happens if you don't. I've been on both sides of that. I still can't always tell which one I'm doing at the time. I can't tell you when you'll find the other thing, but I can tell you that you won't recognize it while you're still shrinking, because you'll be measuring it against how little you've got used to needing. The version of you that disappeared didn't leave. They've just been waiting for you to come back for them. Coming back to yourself isn't dramatic. It's quiet. It's remembering that the right relationship doesn't ask you to choose between love and yourself. Because real love, the kind worth having, makes you more of who you are, not less. And if the one you're in can't hold all of you, that's the most important thing you've learned from it. So here's the only thing for tonight. The next time you've got an opinion and you feel yourself sanding it down before it leaves your mouth, don't. Say the unsanded version. Not a confrontation, not a conversation about the relationship, just the actual sentence. You don't have to reclaim your whole life this week. You just have to stop editing one sentence. You didn't lose yourself all at once. You gave yourself away slowly, one small compromise at a time. You can come back the same way.